The alien's ship glided silently through Earth's atmosphere, the blue and green planet shimmering below like a polished jewel. Zorvan, a being from the distant Androlic system, stared at the planet with wide, iridescent eyes. For millennia, Zorvan's people had studied Earth from afar, captivated by its bustling cities, diverse ecosystems, and the curious creatures called humans. Today was the day Zorvan would experience it all firsthand. The ship, sleek and reflective like liquid metal, touched down in a secluded forest under the cover of night. Zorvan activated his cloaking device, a shimmering veil that rendered him nearly invisible. His appearance was already designed to blend in, a tall, humanoid form with subtle adjustments to mimic Earth's inhabitants. With a deep breath, he stepped out of the craft and into the crisp night air. Zorvan's first destination was a nearby town, its lights twinkling like stars in the distance. As he walked, his sensory nodes absorbed everything, the scent of pine, the crunch of leaves underfoot, the distant hoot of an owl. Every sensation was new and exhilarating. His people's technology had allowed him to learn Earth's languages and customs, but nothing could replace the raw experience of being there. Entering the town, Zorvan marveled at the architecture. Small houses with sloped roofs lined quiet streets, their windows glowing warmly. Humans moved about, some walking dogs, others chatting in groups. Zorvan's cloaking device allowed him to observe without being seen, and he relished the opportunity to study them up close. His first stop was a diner, a quintessentially human establishment he had read about in his studies. Inside, the aroma of coffee and fried food wafted through the air. Zorvan found a corner booth and deactivated his cloaking device, trusting his human-like appearance to go unnoticed. A waitress approached, her expression friendly but tired. "What can I get you?" she asked, her pen poised above a notepad. Zorvan hesitated for a moment, then recalled the menu items he had memorized. "A coffee and a slice of pie, please." The waitress nodded and disappeared into the kitchen. Zorvan took the opportunity to observe his surroundings. Humans of all ages filled the diner, their conversations a symphony of laughter, complaints, and idle chatter. He couldn't help but smile. There was something profoundly endearing about their energy. When the waitress returned, Zorvan took a cautious sip of the coffee. The bitterness was unexpected but not unpleasant. The pie, however, was a revelation. Sweet and tangy with a flaky crust, it was unlike anything he had tasted before. He made a mental note to replicate the recipe back home. After finishing his meal, Zorvan left a generous tip, a small token of gratitude for the experience. As he stepped outside, the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange. The town was beginning to stir, and Zorvan decided it was time to explore further. He ventured into a bustling city, where skyscrapers towered above and the streets teemed with life. Vendors called out from stalls, cars honked impatiently, and the air buzzed with the hum of activity. Zorvan was fascinated by the sheer diversity of humanity. People of all shapes, sizes, and colors moved with purpose, their lives intersecting in complex and beautiful ways. At a public park, Zorvan paused to watch a group of children playing. Their laughter was infectious, and he found himself smiling again. Nearby, an elderly man fed pigeons, his face serene. Zorvan approached him, curious about his tranquility. "Good morning," Zorvan said, his voice carefully modulated to sound natural. The man looked up and smiled. "Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?" Zorvan nodded. "Indeed. Do you come here often?" "Every day," the man replied. "These little moments of peace, they're what make life worth living." Zorvan considered this. In his world, efficiency and progress were paramount, leaving little room for such simple pleasures. Yet here was a man who found joy in feeding birds and watching the world go by. It was a perspective Zorvan vowed to carry with him. As the day progressed, Zorvan visited museums, markets, and theaters. Each experience added a new layer to his understanding of humanity. He marveled at their creativity, resilience, and capacity for connection. But he also saw their struggles, poverty, pollution, and conflict. It was a reminder that no society was perfect, not even his own. In the evening, Zorvan attended a concert in a sprawling park. The music, a blend of strings, percussion, and vocals, resonated deeply within him. He watched as strangers swayed together, united by the rhythm. It was a powerful display of unity, and Zorvan felt a surge of hope for humanity's future. As night fell, Zorvan returned to his ship, his mind and heart full. He had come to Earth as an observer, but he was leaving as something more. Humanity, with all its flaws and virtues, had touched him in ways he hadn't anticipated. He vowed to share his experiences with his people, to show them the beauty of Earth and its inhabitants. As the ship ascended into the stars, Zorvan took one last look at the planet below. It was no longer just a subject of study, it was a source of inspiration. And he knew he would return one day, eager to experience even more of Earth's wonders.